different result.
My name is Lyoto Machida. I'm from Brazil. My style is karate and jiu-jitsu. I would like to introduce myself to the American fans.
Vernon Tiger White of the Lions Den, Susanville, California, and I'm here to beat the crap out of Machida. It's time for you to get introduced to the American audience, buddy. Be prepared.
Okay, we've got a 6-year age difference, White being the elder, right around the same height. Major experience advantage for White. He's got 53 fights compared to an undefeated 7-0 for Machida. Machida, karate and jiu-jitsu, and White submission fighting.
And Machida fighting for the first time here in the United States. White says he's going to introduce him to the American style. Here's Jimmy Lennon Jr.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, making his way to the cage into the blue corner, introducing Vernon Tiger White.
Talk about experience.
Oh man, when you've got 53 fights and you've been in the ring with Bas Rutten, Chuck Liddell, Kazushi Sakuraba, Frank Shamrock, to name a few, then you in fact are a mixed martial arts fighter.
And you know what, he's a legend too. I mean, what he's done for the sport, along with Shamrock and Bas Rutten and all of the other guys who've been around for such a long time. I mean, they really are the guys that put it on the map, and it's an honor to have him here tonight. And, you get the veteran against the new up-and-comer.
Vernon Tiger White originally started his career as a Taekwondo instructor. And then he came in and he met Ken Shamrock. And Ken Shamrock changed his life. Started training at the Lions Den gym. And the rest, as they say, is history.
Fought all over the world. He's fought in Sweden, fought in Canada. He's fought in Brazil. Machida has not yet fought here in the United States. And he spent a lot of time in Japan and really became quite well known and kind of a cult figure in Japan.
And who was he with in Japan? And one Antonio Inoki. And Inoki just doesn't bring anybody up under his wing. I mean, everybody that Inoki trains or brings in his stable is an extension of him.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, joining us to the red corner, introducing Lyoto Machida.
If there be a mystery man in mixed martial arts right now, it's this man, Lyoto Machida. And as my friend James Hurt from SureDog.com said, Machida is one of 4 half-Brazilian, half-Japanese sons of Shotokan karate master Sensei Machida. He began training with his father in karate at age 4 and would begin sumo later on at age 9 and Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu at age 15. But it was when he was taken under the wing of the legend himself, Antonio Inoki, he really started to sprout wings and get into mixed martial arts.
And what better place to study Muay Thai than Thailand?
Oh, yeah.
This will be a great win for either of these fighters. On the way up, Machida, and everybody thinks that Vernon may be on his last leg, but the fact is that he's in here taking on one of the toughest newcomers there is.
And the thing is about Machida, he's got that knockout win over UFC middleweight champion Rich Franklin. He's got the decision over BJ Penn. He's got a TKO win over Stephan Bonner, one of the best fighters in the UFC right now. He's really a dangerous guy.
Once more to Jimmy Lennon Jr. Jimmy.
All right, fans, here we go. The World Fighting Alliance presents this light heavyweight special attraction in the cage. It is scheduled 3 5-minute rounds. Introducing to you first on my right, fighting out of the blue corner, standing 6 feet even, he weighed in at 204 pounds. He is a submission fighter with a veteran record of 24 wins, 27 losses, and 2 draws. fighting out of the Lion's Den and hailing from East Palo Alto, California, introducing Vernon Tiger White. And his opponent across the cage on my left, he is fighting out of the red corner. Standing 6 feet 1 inch, he weighed in at 205 pounds. Specializing in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and Karate, he is undefeated in his campaign in the cage with 7 wins and no losses. Representing Team Machida, tonight, ladies and gentlemen, he is making his U.S. debut. Please welcome from Belém, Brazil, introducing Lyoto Machida. And the referee in charge of this bout is Dr. Nelson Hamilton.
Let the fireworks begin, gentlemen.
Yeah, I'll say.
Going to be interesting, I think. First time in the United States for this guy, as you said, kind of an unknown quantity here.
He really is. And not very many fighters in MMA claim karate as their base discipline. But as I said before, this guy grew up doing karate. And as Boss Rutan knows, you can develop a lot of punching power in karate.
Fighting a guy who has had 46 more fights than he has.
Machida coming out in a side stance. A little bit peculiar to Vernon, but you know, they're both southpaws.
But like you say, Vernon's seen just about everything in the MMA world. God, he's fought just about everybody in there.
Oh, Vernon coming in with a left hand and getting down to business right away here. That was a beautiful counter. We're going to see some of Machida's jiu-jitsu here as he's got the closed guard position at the moment.
See him working towards that right arm of Vernon White already.
Yeah, and he's working for the omoplata, stacking, bringing that right leg up in front.
Look at his flexibility.
Yeah. He goes for a triangle choke and Vernon slides out, but the threat was there from the bottom.
Now White in red trunks wants him to get up, and Machida seems content to stay down.
I think he wants to catch him as he's getting up.
Yeah. Look at this. He's checking the kick with a stomp from his back.
Didn't the jiu-jitsu guys come up with that?
Well,
or do they just use it more than anybody?
Well, you know, okay, here we go. Back up. He's got an interesting tape job on his toes. I have to believe that all those toes aren't broken.
He has quite the unorthodox stance. No.
That left low kick landed.
Nice left hand.
Big top left hand.
Look at that.
Quick, too, and straight.
He's very deceiving.
This guy's got to rewrite the book on being unorthodox.
And as you guys pointed out earlier, he's fighting a guy who ostensibly has seen everything, but maybe he hasn't seen this.
Vernon White. Oh, he gets caught every time. Vernon went for a low kick and Machida was right there with a punch.
Very quick left hand. He really slips it in there in a hurry.
See that karate influence.
Yeah. This will be a huge plug for traditional martial arts should Machida get the victory here.
The way he's placing his hips. Machida,
he's going to throw a side kick. He's going to throw. He's got that quick roundhouse kick.
Ooh, left hand.
Yeah, but he ate a little bit of a left hand there himself.
Tough to hit a guy that's not right in front of you, though. Left hand lead that time.
There's one thing that's troubling me about when Machida throws his left hand. It seems like he drops his right.
And when he throws his right, he drops his left.
I think Vernon's going to try and capitalize on that with a counterpunch.
kick to the midsection.
For not having a lot of experience, Machida does look quite calm in there.
Okay, he almost switched.
Almost.
Don't be surprised if we see a spinning kick here by Machida.
It's as if he's got a couple tricks up his sleeve, too. Of course, everybody who steps in this cage does.
What strikes me, again, having not been around this sport and having been around boxing a lot, is you got so much more to think about defensively than a fighter does.
No, absolutely. I mean, there's more weapons. Obviously, boxing, you only got 2, and here you have about 40 now. Although you can't headbutt, which is something that, you know, I'm going to try to make a break.
Got to change that.
I remember when they took headbutts away, the first guy that was angry about that was Mark Coleman, because he was such a great wrestler. He'd take guys down and just blast them with headbutts. He and Mark Kerr, but it's good that they got rid of the headbutt. Cuts the head unnecessarily.
I'm sure Boss probably had something to say about it, too.
Yeah. Nice combination again, slipped in by Machida. That's the end of the first round. Interesting round, I thought.
Very interesting.
It was interesting because Machida forced Vernon White to be cautious.
All right, one more time. Let's bring on Shannon Knapp. Shannon?
Yeah!
Mayhem.
3, 2, 1, yeah!
Mayhem Miller, congratulations. You secured the win in the first round with a rear naked choke. Now tell me, it looked like after you got those hooks in, you struggled a little bit to secure that choke. Tell me what happened.
It was tough. He was tough. He was tough. And, you know, I just want to say big ups to all the Mayhem Monkeys out there. Had a great time doing that, you know, got a little this and that. Had some trouble with finishing that choke. Man, nothing but respect to Lodoon, Sincade. Tough guy, man. Tough guy.
Well, thank you. And now back to the arena.
All right, thanks very much, Shannon. The Mayhem Monkeys out in force, I assume.
Hey, you know, I do believe that guy could talk forever if you let him.
Might not say anything, but could talk forever.
But the Mayhem Monkey, we're going to have to think about that. I think there's a little bit of a Da Vinci Code in
I think
there.
it has to do with his website.
Oh, yeah.
That's his groupies.
We can see that Machida has a puzzle in front of him, as well as Vernon White has in front of him. They're trying to solve this riddle. They both have such different styles that they're trying to figure out, how can I land on this guy without getting blasted?
Still trying to adjust to the style of Machida. Just not used to seeing it.
Oh, man, he walked right into a left hand by Machida. Walked right in.
Tried to fight it off with the right hand of his own, but it didn't do much. Neither did that.
It's funny. Machida almost sprints straight back until he decides to pick his shot. And then when he's ready to throw that shot, look out.
He's got very fast hands.
Yeah, he's fast on his feet, though, too. And it's that left hand. Wow, it's like a rocket. But I'd like to see him be a little bit busier. Because, see, Vernon's trying to suck him in now. Because Vernon has been falling for that thing and being the aggressor here. And, of course, the crowd's going to get antsy. But Vernon has said, well, look, I'm tired of running into you.
So you become a counterpuncher if you're Vernon right now?
Well, yeah, but the thing is, there's nothing to counter because Machida's he's not attacking. He's strictly countering.
Crowd getting a little unruly.
Yep.
And a little gesture from Vernon White.
And Vernon prompting them to keep it real. Vernon White being the man that's in there in front of Lyoto Machida, not the crowd. But nonetheless, it's slowed down to a drip.
Each waiting on the other here.
Machida switched to the right stance.
If I were Vernon, I would just start dancing around. Just start dancing around.
That's for the sweep. Front kick. Shotokan influence showing itself.
This has got to be very frustrating for Vernon, because when he moves forward, Machida's so elusive, but Machida hasn't been countering. It seems like he's got a one-trick pony idea with that straight left hand so far, and a couple of low kicks.
Is it me, or does Machida look really, really young to you?
Oh, he totally looks young. 28 years old? That guy looks like he's 20.
He's in there with a guy who's got probably 20 years of experience in this game.
Yeah, but Vernon White from 34, he looks young too.
Yeah.
And he doesn't show that much wear and tear for all those fights.
I want to give a special thanks to some of our sponsors: Rockstar Energy Drink, Gamo, Throwdown, Sinister,
and Boss Rutan and Randy Couture's Legends Mixed Martial Arts Training Center in Hollywood, California, the official training center of the WFA.
You said that in one breath.
That was a big breath, Bill.
Well, I'm a big guy. Well, I have a big stomach. Nice head kick by Machida. You know, it's really tough if these guys cannot figure each other out. They're not just going to storm in there. They're not going to cater to the crowd, cater to the boos, and storm in there haphazardly. They're just not going to do it. They wouldn't have made it to this arena if they were that stupid. So,
nonetheless, though, on the other side of the coin, it is incumbent upon the fighter to entertain the crowd, because the crowd pays the bills of the fighter.
Well, no question.
They want to see an action fight.
Absolutely.
So there's a middle ground there right now that is eluding both the crowd and the fighter.
But is there that adage in this sport that there is in boxing, that styles make fights, and every now and then you just get a style that just doesn't make for a good fight?
Barry, you hit it right on the head. It's totally styles make fights, and this is one of those kind of styles where Machida and White. Oh, look at this! That was a beautiful sweep, and now Machida, with only 30 seconds left on top. Vernon White open guard position.
Does Machida have time to finish it?
I'm thinking not, but he's got to start throwing elbows, or try and get Vernon cut or bust him up or do something.
Did slip a little right hand in there, not any serious damage.
Cross face, little hammer punch.
Yeah, I think the adage of styles make fights applied in this one in the standing mode, but on the ground, it's a little bit different deal.
That's the end of the second round. Let's take it back to round number one. Show you some action from earlier in the fight. This in round one, Steve.
Okay, here we have both guys squaring off, and Machida coming with a low kick and eating a straight left on his own. And Vernon White getting on top, but Machida locking him up, keeping the open guard position, and then he gets a closed guard. And this is round number two, and it was a good straight left by Machida that sent Vernon back. Vernon came firing back with his own shots. Okay, more action from round number two. Vernon coming straight forward, and Machida just being elusive, but not, and then coming back. And now look at that! It was a straight left and a sweep with a left kick.
Yeah, he swept him maybe 2 or 3 times in those first 2 rounds. It looks as if that's definitely part of the strategy.
Yeah,
maybe just to get him off his feet, or maybe to catch him looking down low and come with an overhand left or high kick, something like that.
So we are set to go to our third and final round, 5-minute rounds, remember.
This would be a really hard fight to score, but I would have to give Machida a slight edge, only because he's done a little bit more damage and been more precise with his punches. But there have been so few punches in this fight.
Little blood trickling from under the eye of Vernon White.
Probably from that left-hand counter and then the ground and pound at the end of round number two.
Looked like 2 springs about to explode.
Great respect amongst these two.
It's so rare that you see a guy throw a karate kick in mixed martial arts anymore. Oh, look at that. That low kick almost sent Vernon White down again.
A little more action here at the start of round 3.
Vernon's got two options here. Dance back and make Machida go forward, or just press the action until he gets it into a brawl. Because to stay on the outside like this, he's going to just get picked away, and Machida's going to get a real slow-paced decision.
And the truth be told, Machida hasn't even thrown that straight left very much.
Last round, guys. Last round.
No, he hasn't. Now he's throwing his right jab.
Goes the sweep again.
Yeah, good low kick, and Vernon stumbled on that one as well. Vernon is really slowing down here.
Blood continuing to trickle from the cheek, and there's a takedown.
Now this is going to be bad for Vernon because Machida's got side control, and Vernon's got to really be careful not to get mounted here, because if he gets mounted, it's going to be very difficult for him to get. And we've got like almost 3 minutes left in this round.
Plenty of time for Machida to end it if he does get full mount.
The question begs, can Vernon White get out from underneath Machida? If he can't...
You see the craftiness of him, though.
Yeah. If he can't get out from under Machida, Machida's going to go for a key lock, go for a kimura, try for a mount. A lot of things at his avail, being in top position in side control right now. But Vernon is so savvy on the ground. But just to buy time is not going to do it. Vernon's got to get something done here. But he's really in a bad position to do that.
Yeah, he's got to survive this position right now, for sure.
Machida is going for a key lock here. He's not going for a key lock. Now Machida gets mount. He's got a real quick mount. And Vernon, if he turns over, he could have some problems. Oh, he slid out. But Machida still got top control. Vernon face down, turtling up.
He's got control of his hands.
Machida pulling him in, got one hook in, got both hooks in. This is not good for Vernon White.
Minute and a half left.
This is not good for Vernon White. Rear naked choke is coming up. It's Vernon trying to slide sideways and face Machida. So Machida's still got partial back control.
The craftiness of Vernon White never ceases to amaze me.
Yeah, Machida is getting frustrated here, but he's doing all the attacking. Vernon White.
Look at that.
There he goes.
Look at that reversal.
That was beautiful. Textbook, slip out and spin.
1 minute remaining.
Vernon Tiger White got to do some damage. Got to break loose those fists and drop elbows, do something, because in my opinion, he's behind in this fight. Machida chopping away with a hammer fist.
At this point, those are scoring, though.
Couple of right hands.
Machida going to go for an up kick here. Vernon's got to be very careful not to lean in. Machida back up.
20 seconds remaining.
Time is running out in round number 3. Machida gets a schoolyard throwdown.
Not with 5 seconds left, gentlemen. It's going to go to the scorecard.
Yep. And that's it.
That wasn't what I expected out of this match. Although I knew it was going to be a technical match and there was going to be a lot of stand-up, I expected to see more caution being thrown to the wind, but we didn't see that.
Especially for his first time in the States, for Machida.
Yeah, well, he may have been trying to play it safe. You never know. But leaving it in the hands of the judges, you never know what's going to happen, because we could see it one way. We got monitors.
Stand up straight. Stand up straight for him.
Okay, let's see how we got here. Okay, we've got the trip by Machida. Vernon basically just fell down. Machida got side control here, and Vernon did a great job at defending, but you can't win on just defending. And here we got Machida going for back control, and Vernon sliding out. And it's going to be a real hard luck battle for Machida to try and land a choke from here. He can't, because Vernon is turtling up, and he stands up, and now, look, he gets the hooks in. And this looked like it was the beginning of the end, but look what Vernon does. He gets his shoulder over the other side of Machida's chin.
I'm sure he's been in that position many times before, training with Ken Shamrock and the guys at the Lions Den. And with all the fights he's had, over 50 fights.
And here we got Vernon sliding around and getting top position. Was it too little, too late? We shall find out shortly. Vernon White getting chopped away by hammer fist by Machida on the bottom.
All right, with that, it is left in the hands of the judges, and we go to the center of the ring and Jimmy Lennon Jr. Jimmy?
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds of action, we have a unanimous decision. Here are the score totals. Judge at ringside, Josh Rosenthal, scores the bout 29-28. Judges at ringside, Hector Hernandez and Alejandro Rochin, both score the bout 30-27. All three in favor of the winner, Lyoto Machida.
Well, Lyoto Machida is the winner. It might not have been a thing of beauty or anything that Lyoto's going to want to put in a time capsule, but the bottom line is he got the job done. He did what he needed to do against a much more experienced opponent. And you have an idea the next time we see him here on WFA, we might see a little bit more slick perhaps, or a guy who might take a little bit few more chances, but Machida gets the W.